So guys, this year was the Olympics, and so I was watching a lot of track and field this past year. And if you know anything about me, you know I used to run track as well in college, right? And I was watching this race, and something so phenomenal I heard in this race. And it brings me to the whole point of today's video, where we're gonna get into essentially discussing how much money you need at particular ages to really have true success in the stock market and set yourself up in a good position, okay? And in this race, it was a 400-meter hurdle race, and not very often is there ever a false start in one of these races. And for whatever reason, there was not one, there was not two, but there were 3 false starts in this 400-meter hurdle race, which you never see that, okay? And so the winner, after the race, they ask her, they said, you know, what did you think about all this? And she basically says, you know, a lot of times in life you can't control what happens, but you can control how you react to it. And that is a great premise for today's video when we're talking about how much money you need in stocks at specific ages, because maybe you are not at the specific number that we're going to mention in today's video for your age group, okay? Or maybe you missed some of these past age groups. Maybe you're a little older. Maybe you're 50 years old and you're watching this, right? But at the end of the day, you can control what is going to happen here in the future and how you react to that, right? If you don't hit one of these numbers, oh well, okay, it's time to move on and it's time to focus on, okay, how do I get to this next number, okay? Today's gonna be a straight educational video from my perspective, somebody that's been in the stock market for over 12 years now, and kind of how I view this on what are the numbers to put you in a great position financially in the stock market forever, okay? And what's my personal views on this? This is not like what you need to become a billionaire in the stock market or something like that, although if you have ambitions to do that, awesome, okay? But that's not today's video. Today's is like, you have a really strong portfolio. What type of numbers should you be hitting? So hope you guys enjoy this video. As always, all I ask in return is that you smash that like button. That lets me know you guys enjoy an educational video like this. And on Financial Education 3 here, I'll be honest, I've been posting a lot of straight educational content lately, like a lot of whiteboard videos. When I was out in Arizona, I was posting some. Even before I left Arizona, when I was in Vegas, I was doing some. Obviously, I'm back in Vegas now. I'm doing one of these for you guys. So hope you're enjoying these straight educational videos. They don't get the most views in the world, let's be quite honest. But man, I've been putting a lot of them out on this channel, and you guys have been getting a lot of value from them. At least I see it in the comments, I see it in the smashing, so I appreciate it, guys, okay? Alrighty, so let's get in this, okay? 20 years old, well, how much should you have in stocks? Well, you might think it might be a big number or something like that. You know, obviously me being a stock market guy, that's not really my view at all, okay? I think if you just have at least $1,000 in basically stocks, you're doing well. I don't know why I put my own money sign. I think I just get used to drawing money signs sometimes. Dude, if you got $1,000 in stocks at age 20, you're doing well. You know what I mean? Like, you know, sometimes people get so caught up into, like, you know, some of the rare cases where somebody has, you know, an ultra level of success, right? Very early on in their investing game or money game in general, right? And they think like they have to be like killing it at age 20. Like if you have $1,000, that is amazing. You know, I'll give you an example. There was somebody sent me a DM a couple weeks ago in my private stock group, okay? This individual was age 21 and had $55,000 worth of stocks. And they were coming across like they didn't feel like they were doing well. Age 21 with $55,000 worth of stocks. Like, I'm like, you are doing amazing. Like, you know, a few people on the planet have $55,000 in stocks at age 21, right? But we get so caught up into these numbers and like, oh, we're trying to become a millionaire tomorrow and things like that, where sometimes like, let's just take a step back. Let's focus on what's going to get us to become a millionaire over the next 10 years. Not what's going to do it tomorrow. Not, I didn't hit that number, you know, yesterday, so I'm a failure or something like that. What's going to help me get there over the next 10 years, right? And so $1,000, like the name of the game is at age 20 is to get in the market, right? Experience this, you know, buy some stocks, do some research, you know, Hungry Bowl app, have you downloaded it yet? It's on Android, iOS. You can literally read SEC reports right inside our app. You don't have to go to investor relations page. You don't have to click a bunch of buttons. Like literally, you want to read Apple's 10Q, 10K, read it right there, okay? You want to listen to conference calls right inside the app, you can do it. Like we made it so simple now for you to do stuff, right? And that's this day and age, right? Robinhood and all the other free brokerages, Fidelity now, you can place trades for free, okay, for free. Like the game has never been easier. And like you can learn directly from folks that have been doing this for a long time and make a lot of money from the stock market like myself, right? And all the YouTube videos are out there. Like it is so simple nowadays to get started and get rolling and like get up to a pretty good stage where you know kind of what you're doing out there, right? And yet like You know, some folks just don't want to do it, and I'm like, get in the market, get rolling with this stuff. The future you will thank you, okay? I promise you that, like the investment you make there, the future you will thank you in a massive, massive way. $1,000, get in the market, age 20, that should be the goal, okay? Age 25, so this might be the easiest one to remember of the bunch, okay? This one might be the easiest, okay? Age 25, $25,000 in stocks at age 25, okay? 25. Why is it this specific number? Well, the way I view it, okay, is you're going to start getting some experience, hopefully early on, right? Age 20 or so. And then you're going to start working, start saving some money, start putting some more money towards stocks. And I mean, honestly, I think you can get there not even by stock gains. I think you can get there just by depositing money as long as you got 5 years to focus on making some money, deposit in whatever, right? When I was like age 20, I probably only had maybe an extra $500 a month to put in my stock accounts, maybe something like that. By age 21, 22, next thing you know, I had $1,000 a month. $2,000 a month, where I was basically just, you know, saving a good amount of money, right? And going ahead and using that money to invest in stocks and buy more and more and more, okay? And build up my accounts bigger and bigger and bigger, okay? So yeah, $25,000, I think that's very realistic for most folks out there, okay? Now, where you should see a major step up here is right here, okay? One of the bigger step ups you'll see, okay? $100,000 should be the goal for age 30. Now, in terms of myself, I was fortunate enough to reach six figures at probably age 23 or so, but I was saving a lot of money, I was investing a lot of money, I was making good money, right? And getting some incredible gains, right? But $100,000 age 30, like you're doing well for yourself. If you've got $100,000 in stocks at age 30, trust me, there are not a lot of people out there doing it. Like the percentage of the world's population that has $100,000 to their name in just stocks at age 30, I wouldn't be surprised if it's less than 1% of the world's population. Like, it's an incredibly low number. Trust me, if you just like go to like a stadium, okay, and ask folks, do you have $100,000 in stocks at age 30? Most folks are not gonna do that, okay? The high majority, like probably 99% of folks, okay? But there's a number, so basically a lot of times when you start reaching your later 20s, you usually start making more money, right? You've either started businesses or you're in a position where you've gotten some promotions at your job and been able to move up the ranks, things like that, make more money, right? And a lot of times lifestyle, inflation, you might hear this sometimes, lifestyle inflation shouldn't have crept in by that time. Lifestyle inflation is when you're spending money on frivolous things or just things that honestly, it's not helping you make more money, right? It's like, it's not an investment. It's not an investment in yourself, right? Like buying an educational program or a book or going to take some, community college courses or anything like that, right? It's not making an investment in anything. It could be just lifestyle inflation where now you want to drive a Mercedes-Benz, right? Now you want to go ahead and spend some extra money at that restaurant that maybe back in the day you wouldn't have, but then that lifestyle inflation starts creeping in. And a lot of times what happens is it really starts creeping in the 30s and the 40s in a major way. And once you get used to certain things, then you expect it to be that way, right? When you're 22, if you want to live in a one-bedroom apartment, that, you're like, hey, this is cool, right? At age 32, all of a sudden you might have a family, you might not, you might feel like you need a house, all these things, right? And that lifestyle inflation keeps, kind of creeping up. And it's not like you're making investments in yourself or making investments in your accounts. You might just be spending money on other things, right? And now all of a sudden you're like, I got to go rent this house now, or now I got to rent a it's just, that's what happens. That's life, okay? That's lifestyle inflation. It happens to the best of us, okay? It's happened to me over time. It happens to pretty much everybody. The goal with that is to just kind of like slow it down. It's kind of like the aging process, right? You don't want to like get old super fast, right? You want to kind of like, we'll get there when we get there, right? But I got to keep my body in good condition. I got to keep my mind in good condition, those sorts of things, right? And so $100,000 age 30 should be the goal in my opinion, okay? Now, age 35, what shall be the goal for this one, okay? Well, for this one, what I view is $200,000. You've got 5 years to play with here, in 5 years in which you should be making some pretty good money, right? You should basically be 2xing whatever you have over those 5 years, right? Now, if you're an individual stock picker, the goal is to outperform the market, right? The market on average gets 7 to 8%. Now, if you look over the past decade, we're way, way above 7 to 8%. That is something to kind of keep in mind there, but that's for many various reasons. Corporate taxes have been cut in a massive way, right? Companies are more profitable than ever. Like, the type of profit profit some of these companies are making, it wasn't even fathomable. Wasn't even fathomable 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago, right? Apple's net income is what, I mean, companies couldn't even comprehend Apple's net income in terms of their revenues, right? Like if a company had a revenue goal, they couldn't even conceive what Apple's making on the bottom line profit, net income, okay? That's how crazy these numbers have gotten for companies now. Like, they're just ultra profitable. The game's been changed forever, right? And so obviously that helps for better and better stock market returns. So to get to a level like $200,000 at age 35, I think is definitely doable, okay? And what we're gonna find from here on out is I expect every 5 years, you should double up your money, okay? So $400,000 age 40, another fairly easy one to remember. 40, 400, okay, $400,000. Here you should then be at $800,000 age 45, and you should reach well over $1 million somewhere between, and this is just in stocks once again, somewhere between age 45 and age 50, okay? Here you should hit about $1.6 million. And then here you should be hitting somewhere around, let's just call it 3 million plus here, right? As the numbers get bigger and bigger, your income's not gonna matter as much unless you're really making crazy money, right? Like if you're making $250,000 a year, $500,000 a year, $1 million a year, okay, then your income can continue to help. But as the numbers get bigger, it's gonna be more of a, focus on getting the returns, okay? And so in my opinion, you should be somewhere around $3 million plus at age 55 if you've been putting in the work and stay disciplined during these years. Now, the problem is obviously some people don't even start looking into the stock market until age 30, okay? Or age 45 or whatever, right? And so that's just maybe going to push back your goals a little bit. The good news is sometimes some of these folks might have some money. I've seen it before where, folks will have $100,000 to their name, $250,000, $300,000 sitting in a savings account or something like that, right? So that's awesome. You can get started easier when you got that. Now, the one thing I will caution folks, if you have some good money behind you sitting in a savings account, don't just jump into the stock market right away. Don't just think you're going to become a professional stock picker and start making, 12 or 15 or 20 or 30% gain, compounded annual gains, right? Like, this takes a while. You got to get your feet underneath yourself. You got to understand financials. You got to understand how to value companies, those sorts of things, how to do the research process and all that, right? And on top of that, you have to get your confidence up. Like that true confidence, not like that fake, like, oh, I can do this, do that, but like that true confidence in yourself, like, I can really do this. And I've done it and I've proved it to myself, right? And so this is where I view you should be hitting $1 million plus in stocks somewhere in there. Now, I was fortunate enough to hit those numbers in my 20s, right? But keep in mind, I got insane returns and I was able to start businesses and get a big income, right? And essentially just be super focused also, right? I've always lived significantly under whatever I could be living for my lifestyle, right? The houses you see today and the cars you see today, believe me, it could be way crazier than what I have it at, right? What the houses I was living in, places I was living in 5 years ago was significantly under. The cars I was driving 5 years ago were significantly under whatever I could afford at that time. So I've constantly always kept myself in a position where whatever I'm living for a lifestyle is insanely lower than what I could be living, and that allows me to invest more money at the end of the days, and then I make those investments in myself all the time. Like if there's something where I feel like I can learn from somebody or something like that, I invest in myself, and that's like another investment I basically do. And then that's even like business write-offs, because I have businesses that I can actually even do write-offs of like, hey, I bought this product or I learned from this, and basically it's a business expense, okay? It's another beautiful thing about the tax code when you have your own business, okay? So these are the kind of the numbers to kind of keep in mind here. I think a lot of you guys that watch my channel are going to be over here, because I know the majority of my personal audience is between age 20 and age 40. I do have some viewers that are in the 40s and 50s, so this, these numbers are kind of for you guys. But once again, you kind of got to focus on running your own race. Maybe you didn't get started early enough, right? Well, now you just got to focus on where you're going over the next 5-10 years, right? Where are you at? How much money do you have? How many stocks do you have? Where are you trying to be at? What level of risk also are you willing to take? You want to be in growth stocks, or is it value stocks? Is it dividend stocks? Okay, and think about those sorts of things. So, anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this in a huge way. If you want to join us in Stock Hub, that's the best free Discord chat out there. That's going to be linked in the description. If you want to text me any of your stock market related questions, I try to get back to at least a few people a day. That's going to be also linked in the description. I might also have those as a pinned comment down there, guys. And I hope you got good value out of this. Don't forget to smash before you leave and watch some other videos on this channel. I got a lot of educational videos I've been putting out in relation to the stock market recently. I think a lot of you guys will love. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.